All right, everybody, welcome back. Here's another video. I know you missed them, so here they are. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about parts of a circle. We're going to be beginning our final chapter. Yes, I did say the word final. Final chapter of geometry, which is chapter 11. So today we're going to be talking about parts of a circle. Let's go. All right, so we're going to be identifying segments and lines related to a circle. First thing I want you to write down are going to be four definitions. So please write down those definitions. Also, I want you to write that diagram. So write everything inside that box because it is important. All right, so write it down and then I will discuss. All right. So a chord, the very first one was chord, then it goes secant, tangent, and point of tangency. So a chord is a segment whose endpoints lie on a circle. Notice that a chord does not have to go through, I know you know what a diameter is, and that connects one end to another end of the circle, but it goes through the middle point. A chord does not have to go through a middle point. All it needs to do is connect 2 points on the circle through each other, and it's not going to go through that center. Okay, so don't worry about that. A secant is a line that intersects a circle at 2 points. Notice a secant is a line. Okay, one big thing between chords and secants, they're very, very similar. One is the line segment, the other one is the line. Okay, next one is known as a tangent. A tangent is a line, again, in the same plane, so we're talking about the exact same area, as a circle that intersects it at exactly 1 point. So not 3 points, doesn't connect at 2 points, it's only 1 point, exactly 1 point. Anything more, if it's 2 points, it's a secant. If it's only one, it's a tangent, and if it's not, doesn't connect or doesn't intersect the circle, then it's not a tangent line. So it's a line that intersects the circle at exactly 1 point. That point is called the point of tangency. The point of tangency. So on that graph, notice we have the tangent is known as line M, but C is our point of tangency. All right? All right. Sweet. Moving on. So we're going to be talking about radius and diameter. As you may know before, you don't have to write these down. A diameter is just a chord. Remember, a chord connects one end to the other end. So the diameter connects one side of the circle to the other side of the circle, but it passes through the center of the circle. A radius is a segment that connects the center to any point outside the circle. Remember, it's half the diameter. Again, you do not have to write that down. I just wanted to remind you of those different things. So, looking at this circle, what I want you to do is, and this is how you write or how you draw the label for a circle. You just have a circle like this with a point in the middle. That point is supposed to be in the middle. So I want you to see if you can figure this out. You're going to be identifying either a line or a line segment. Remember, that tells you if it's going to be a chord, secant, tangent. And I want you to correctly identify this inside circle L. And notice it is labeled circle L because L is known as the center. Okay, it's circle L because L is the center of it. Okay, see if you can come up with a chord, a secant, a tangent, and a diameter. All right? All right. So the very first thing is we have a chord. Remember, a chord is that segment that connects two ends of the circle. The very first one can be JM. And the reason why I have JM is because look at my label. My label that tells me it's the line segment JM, which goes from here to here. It all depends on my labels. Don't forget your labels of line segment. So a chord JM is one. Another one that you can write down or that you can have on there is line segment KM. Even though the diameter, that is the diameter, it is also a chord. Remember, chords, all diameters are chords, but not all chords are diameters. That makes sense. Okay? Secant, it's going to be a line that connects, goes through two, intersects the circle in two spots. Okay? It's a line that intersects the circle. Okay? So if you look at that, your line, again, it has to be a line in more than one spot, is going to be line JM. That's line JM. The very first one, we have line segment JM is a chord. A secant is a line, so we have line JM. The last one, or sorry, tangent. We're looking for tangent here. It is going to be line M. Okay, so if we look at that, we're just going with line M. Okay, remember, this is not H, is identifying the point. So the point of tangency is H, but the line is M there. Okay, so this line right here is known as M, line M. The diameter, remember, a diameter is a chord that passes through the center. We already talked about this. Line segment, KM. Okay, the last one is radii. There's several radii that you can put in. Again, all of these are line segments, so I'm going to pick line segment KL, line segment LJ, and line segment LM. All of these are line segments. If I did this in blue, I have one here, I have one here, and my last one is that second part of my diameter. Okay, so we have chords, we have secants, we have tangents. We even threw a little diameter and radius in there, radii, to see if you could figure those out too. All right, awesome. We're going to do it again. Here we go. I want you to try this one. This one. I want you to tell me again. Ooh, look what Mr. Schmidt forgot. Label for P. Remember, that is circle P. I want you to give this a shot. See if we can find the line or the segment that intersects circle P. Find the chord, secant, tangent, diameter, radii. Go! All right, here we go. Chords. There are two chords that you can write down here. Again, remember, chords are line segments, and you could have written down Q, R, and S, T. S-T, saint. All right, secant. Secant is going to be a line. A line there is going to be line S-T. Don't forget about, even though it is a chord, it is also a line. Remember, a secant intersects a circle at 2 points, not just one, two. 2 points. Here we go. Tangent intersects the circle at how many points? I can't hear you. How many points? Let's try this one more time. How many points? Tell me out loud. How many points does it connect? One. Yeah, one. Okay, 1 point. And that tangent is going to be line UV. Notice that V, even though it is a point, it is off the circle. Notice you can see the little white part there. There is definitely separation between that point and that circle. Right there, there's a separation. Wow. Okay, diameter is ST. Make sure that is line segment ST. Last but not least is radii. That's several of them. It goes PQ. It goes PT. And it is PS. PS. This is awesome. Okay, so PQ, PT, PS. Sweet. Awesome. Next. All right. So I do want you to write this down and make sure you draw this graph. Draw this graph as best as you can. Notice those circles. Okay. What I want you to do is draw the graph as best you can. Make sure it's in your notes. And then this is the last problem of the day. So let's get it started. Let's get it started. Yeah. Let's get it started. Yeah. All right. Go ahead. All right. So now that's written down. Remember, we are naming the coordinates. There's several problems here. Naming the coordinates of the center of each circle. Okay, center of each circle. Then, and make sure you identify the circles first. Identify the circles first. Okay, then you are identifying the point of intersection. What is that point of intersection? And lastly, identify the line that is tangent to both circles. So the very first thing, you're identifying the coordinates of the center, identifying the point of intersection of the circles, and identifying a line that is a tangent to both circles. That line is going to be the same. So pause now, give it a shot. All right, so if you look for the center of circle S, you will get, as a coordinate pair, you will get -2, 1.5. S is in between 1 and 2. Notice as far as the height, so 1.5. The coordinate of the center of circle R is going to be -2, -2. Done. The point of intersection, where they come together, where they meet, is going to be right here. Right at that point, where they meet, where they intersect. So intersection point is going to be -2, 0. Last but not least, we need to identify a line that is tangent. Remember, a tangent line, if you look at that, a tangent line is it hits each circle once. So there's only one line there that hits the circle once. Okay? Identifying that line, well, if I look at that line, basically it's going to be my x-axis. Okay? In other words, if I had to draw that in as an equation, it'd be y equals 0. That line goes around my x-axis. It hits each circle once, each circle once at the point of tangency. That point of tangency is right in the middle there. Okay, at -2, 0, which is your intersection. That's your point of tangency. That line is your x-axis, or at y equals 0. Remember, if y equals 0, it's a horizontal line. All right? All I have for you today. So you are getting an assignment later on to start 11.1. I hope you enjoyed, because I know you do. Awesome. Have a great day.